and I'm at work. I was there with Cookie, by the way. I don't understand. You were there too, boss.
Yeah, I was
yeah, we
there.
had fun, didn't we?
It was crazy fun.
We had fun.
We had
fun.
We had a lot of fun.
Don't think that because you are physically
But you
there,
didn't lose your voice.
I lost my voice.
You couldn't lose it. I didn't lose mine. So
I was screaming when Baby Man came.
Okay.
It was nice.
Yeah.
I was jumping. I was like, yo.
And which other artists were there too, though?
Was Kim Promise? Anyway, I mean, let's talk about what to expect in the coming days. Tomorrow, there's a massive party that's been organized by Media General 3FM, and we're looking forward to that. And also, on the 26th, another party, which is the all-white party. And we have Nanado. He's the man in charge of events and entertainment here at Media General. He's going to tell us all about it. Good morning.
Good morning,
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Are you awake, even after all the night chilling?
Yeah, it's something we've taken upon ourselves to do, so...
It's a calling.
Yeah, it's for the culture, you know, for the culture.
And tomorrow we're continuing.
Yeah, we'll continue.
With the jamming.
Yeah.
The retro party.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So, just before we came in, we were talking about Home Alone. We've seen movies from the past. One of my favorite was Commando, you know. Do you remember Commando? Do you remember Commando?
I do.
You remember Commando?
Oh, I do.
So there was
Is
Commando.
It not about Killer and Blue Man?
There's always a killer and a blue one somewhere in the movie. So like the Delta Force, the the Bruce Lee's and all of that, Superman and all that. You know, these are things that happened in the past. We've had music, songs. They want to come through and have a party on tomorrow, 23rd December.
That should be fun. Do we have to dress like some of these? Oh, like do we have to have a retro look?
I mean, that's the whole idea. If you have, but I mean, it's the party is reliving. Your mind casts you back into time, you know, to enjoy that. But if you have the shada, if you have the costume, if you have the apparel that you used to wear, like the fubus and all the jerseys and the durags and the handbands and the headbands and all those kind of costume, then you can come through with that, you know, tomorrow.
That should be fun. So tomorrow, where's that happening?
At the Bayview Village.
Okay.
We're doing this together with Bayview Village and 360 Group Events Planners, and then we're making it happen at the poolside at the Bayview Village. So that's the experience you're talking about. Yeah, at the poolside.
So you can come in your bikinis if you want.
I mean, you can swim, so you can swim in what you're wearing.
Okay. So I mean, you can dress all retro, but when you get there, if you want to get in the pool, you can still go ahead and do that and still jam.
Lots of lights.
Do I have to pay to be there?
Yes, you pay a cool 50 cedis for the experience. That's what we're talking about. Just a cool 50 cedis. We have our tables as well that people want to sit by the tables and enjoy. We have named the tables. You understand?
After some of these artists.
After the characters. So we have the Superman table. We have the Batman table. You know, we have the Chuck Norris table.
I see. That should be fun.
We have the Tupac table or Bradford table and all of that. So we have all of those also in place.
And you have to book ahead of time, or can you just walk in and choose?
No, you have to book. So I'll give a number for people to actually call and book. But the regular fee at the gate is 50 cedis to come through to experience everything.
We'll drop the number shortly, but that's not the only party that we're organizing. We also have the all-white party on the Dodi Princess. So tell us about that too.
That's the 3rd edition, but before that, tomorrow is a DJ's affair. So we have all our finest DJs at 3FM playing. I mean, from DJ Phil to DJ Faculty to DJ JD. We're borrowing DJs from even Onya, DJ Premier, DJ Bakayoko, all of them coming to play. So it's going to be, you know, back-to-back jam and party tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And we'll be there.
You have to be there. I've told you that.
Tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
So Friday, I won't come to work.
But you have to be there. We'll talk about the Friday one.
You did not touch on, I won't come to work. You say yes.
Okay, so on 26 is the all-white.
Okay, the all-white party.
Yeah, so after tomorrow, we'll rest for 2 days.
Okay, yeah,
yes,
and
then
2
days,
26th.
And then Sunday 26th, the Boxing Day. So this is the 3rd edition. It's been fun. I mean, the first one, the second one. The first one we went to the Dodi Island itself. The second one was a cruise on the Princess throughout the whole night till morning, and we partied on. But this time around, come Sunday, from 8 p.m. to the next morning, we'll cruise on the Princess, on the Dodi Princess, to a coded location. It's a different setting. looks like an island, but it's not the Dodi Island. We're going
Okay.
to settle there and have a party there again. So that's how the party is going to look like.
And so we're there till what, the end of that day as well?
Till the next morning. So it's Sunday till Monday.
Till Monday, and then we come back.
Yes.
That's going to be exciting. How do I become a part of this?
I mean, that's also a number. So I'm going to give out the numbers so people can actually call. So for the all-white party, we call it a float edition, Sunday, 26th December. You come through from 5 p.m. at the Dodi World. You can call 0558 167221, 0558-167221. The numbers on the screen already, and 0546-063747, 0546-063747. These are the numbers you can call to book a place on the Dodi Princess for the all-white party. It's a 3FM all-white party. So, you know 3FM is the urban lifestyle radio station. So we do things like the urban people will do. So that's the whole concept. That's the whole idea.
And we definitely will be there.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I saw some 600 Ghana cedis on the flyer for
Yeah,
the
so
all-white party.
it's 350 for a single
Okay.
person, and then 600 for double.
For double.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're giving a discount of 100 cedis.
So guys, remember, our Caribou party is happening tomorrow at the Bayview Village. And then on 26th is when we're going to party all night into the morning of the 27th with the all-white party on the Dodi. It's a coded location, nice setup and all of that. So please call those numbers, get in touch with us, grab your tickets or book your tables and come party with us. This Christmas, don't spend it at home. And COVID protocols will be observed, so not to worry about that, because we'll make sure that you're protected.
Certainly.
We protect everyone else.
Yeah, so what was your favorite movie back then?
A lot of them, actually. I like the A-Team.
Okay.
But that was series, right? It wasn't exactly a movie.
Yeah.
That was like a TV show. Which one?
It's fine. 18,
I don't know. Quite a number of them. I mean, Home Alone, definitely, during the Christmas period, is one of
and music?
the movies that you'd want to watch.
And music from the...
So I'm like an oldies person.
I know, right?
I used to like the Tony Braxton, the Babyface, those people.
That's what we're talking about.
We'll be there. Thank you so much.
That's what we are talking about.
We'll be there.
You're performing. You're performing.
Yeah, I'm performing
You're the
this
opening
morning
act
on the show.
Yeah, the opening act.
On that note, no, I almost said something I wasn't supposed to say. Thank
Remy
you so
Ma.
much, Nanado.
Yeah, Remy Ma.
Maybe that. It won't be bad. Nanado is the head of events and entertainment here at Media General. Thank you so much for the updates. And Mr. Kwame Pianim will be joining us to discuss the e-levy and the economy and what it looks like in 2022. Keep watching. This is 2B3 New Day.
Ago, good people of North Dai District in the Volta region of Ghana, are you ready? Come and let us celebrate Christmas in grand style. The Minter Foundation, a non-governmental organization, is inviting you all to a Bobobo festival this Christmas. This festival is bringing 13 various Bobobo groups in the district for this memorable occasion at Afuega Akakome, SS Peter and Paul RC Church Park on December 27, 2021 at 9 a.m. sharp. As part of the activity, Minter Foundation is organizing a football gala between 9 communities in the district on 23rd and 24th December 2021 at Vakbo DAJHS School Park to commemorate the occasion. Special guest of honor, Togbe Teprehodo IV, Paramount Chief of Afuega Traditional Area, Bishop Maklanta and John Dumelo, and all chiefs from the North Dai District. For further information, contact 020-881-0270. Come along with your 2 white handkerchiefs. It is Bobobo Festival. Hurry! Media partners TV3, Dai FM, and Akbene Radio.
Hisense Ghana Mobi Bia Fishiapa. Experience the best Christmas sales ever at Hisense. Take part in the Hisense Bronya Don't Call Me and get a real discount on all products from 18th of December to 8th January 2022. You can always trust Hisense for best quality, durability, efficiency, affordability, and style. Hisense has the widest range of electronic appliances for your comfort. Whether you're looking for television, refrigerator, refrigerator, chest freezer, air conditioner, gas cooker, washing machine, smartphone, sound system, water dispenser, microwave oven, blender, rice cooker, kettle, or iron. We got it all. Get yourself ready, and when it's time, confidently walk into any Hisense showroom and get yours. Hisense is the only electronic company that gives you 5 years manufacturer defect warranty. Hisense. Everyday prices for everyday people.
Every day he has a drink filled with malt. Every day he has a drink filled with malt and milk. Every day he has a drink filled with malt, milk, and cocoa. Every day he needs the nutritious goodness of Milo. Milo, the energy to go further. This advert is FDA approved.
Sometimes you just know that something ain't going good. You say to yourself, this ain't working for me. There be no shame in that, man.
Like when you don't got it?
Yeah, man, I mean, being smart means knowing when to stop. Know your limit.
So like knowing when to stop? Yeah, makes sense.
If it's not fun, choose to stop.
This advertisement is brought to you by Bet Power.
It's about to go down! The biggest throwback party to hit the capital this December. Music from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s like this. Or this.
You're not, here I come.
Or even this. The unforgettable era of vinyl DJ decks, gramophone, cassettes, ghetto blasters, and many more. So where my OGs at? Come, let's relive those moments on Thursday, 23rd December from 7 p.m. at the Bayview Village Atomic as we jam just before Christmas, rocking your favorite old school shudder. There will be karaoke sessions, dance battles, and many more activities to turn the night up. Rate 50 Ghana cedis. Reserve your VIP table now. Call 0545 477777 or 0558 182255. The Accra Retro Party is powered by 3FM 92.7 in collaboration with 360 Events. The Accra Retro Party. Let's take it back.
I 2021 Xmas free but bag in the promise.
Maybe some techno. Everything that is electronic, you can find it with Francophone.
I am a toy phone. John Cossi, your mother.
Damasifi, Yamishamo, Omajumaso, and Yam Kosi, Madamasi Pane, Jumapa, Omayamagana.
This one is for you, the bag is for you, and then this one, the school bag, is for the kid.
Beautiful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. God bless you all.
Franco trading, Mama Fisher.
Ziggy zaza zaza zaza.
Drip.
I'm on a mission to find my African love. See, I get a vision to find my African love. If you're out there, come drop my shit up. If you're out there, I thought you want for the picture.
All-white party on the lake. This Christmas, experience the 3FM all-white party on the lake. Yes, this time it's the float edition with great experience whilst we cruise on the Doddy Princess and party hard happening on Boxing Day, 26th December, amidst super exciting activities such as beach soccer, live band, pool party, swimming, jet ski, bonfire, and drink ups. It's an all-night fun party from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Rate a cool 350 Ghana cedis for singles and 600 Ghana cedis for double. Man, that's so cool for so much fun. A little party never killed anyone. Join us in your all-white attire. Life is a party, dress like it. The all-white party is brought to you by 3FM, Volta Hotel, and Doddy World.
Front Travel and Tour, African American Beauty Academy. For reservation, please call 0546 063 747. Sponsored by Johanny Auto Cooling Center.
All-white party on the lake.
Celebrate tonight, celebrate tonight, celebrate tonight. Show them how them go. Celebrate tonight, celebrate.
Talented Kids Season 13, coming soon on TV3.
What's your name, sweetie?
Nympha.
Well, she has a really good answer.
Nympha Lee!
All she wanted was a quiet life.
Nympha? Isn't he the guy that you're eyeing?
And someone who will love her unconditionally.
Every after date you had with him, he takes a bath right away. He's afraid he might be infected by your
But fate took her down a different path.
What happened to my face? And I need to run away from here. I don't want to go to prison.
And turned her once quiet life upside down.
Your niece needs to go down to the precinct.
Sorry, she's not here.
Forcing her to escape the life she once knew.
Huh? I accidentally hit you. You said you don't want to go to jail, and you're tired of all the mocking and disrespecting because of how you look. Nympha, I can make you beautiful.
This is going to be the last time that I am going to see this cursed and ugly face.
With her new face,
open your eyes and meet the new Nympha.
Doc, I am so beautiful.
Came a new chance in life.
I'd like you to meet someone very close to my heart. Nympha, this is Rosette.
Why do we have the same face?
He intentionally made you look like me only for one reason, and that's for you to pretend to be me. You are here for you to be an imposter.
The Imposter, coming soon on TV3.
Welcome back, and it's still TV3 New Day, and shortly we'll be having a conversation with Mr. Kwame Mpianim on the e-levy and its implications, especially at this point where we're told that all debates on this particular matter has been postponed till January 18. And so that means, of course, the appropriations bill was passed, about 145 billion Ghana cedis, without the e-levy. And we were made to understand that the e-levy was going to rake in a lot of money, so we can use that for road infrastructure, for cybersecurity, youth, to address youth unemployment, and a number of other issues. And so how does this really affect our economy, looking at how much we're expected to spend in 2022 as against how much revenue we are generating? Before that, let me just remind you to take advantage of the COVID-19 vaccination campaign that's ongoing. Look for a center very close to you, and please make sure to get vaccinated. The virus is spreading really fast, and we want you to protect yourself. We cannot lose a life because of COVID, and so please protect yourself and get vaccinated. Joining me via Zoom this morning is celebrated business economist and investment consultant, Mr. Kwame Mpianim, and it's good to have him speak to us, especially after all the brouhaha in Parliament in the last 2 days or so. Good morning, sir, and Merry Christmas to you.
Good morning, and the same to you.
Thank you so much, and I hope that you're doing well this morning.
Yes.
All right. I'm not sure, but I'm sure that you have followed proceedings in Parliament in the last few days. I remember sometime in January this year, you granted an interview and your views were sought on, you know, the brouhaha in Parliament on the 6th of January with regards to the election of the Speaker of Parliament and the whole altercation that ensued. And you said something that we need to build a democratic culture of tolerance and not enmity. Months down the line, we're witnessing something similar, if not worse, in Parliament, where we've seen the minority and the majority literally exchange blows over the e-levy. What did you make of what ensued in Parliament 2 days ago?
I think it was sad to see that. It seems as if this young generation do not appreciate the legacy they've inherited and which they are supposed to add to. You know, Ghana has been the weather vane. We punch by far above our political muscle and weight. You know, people look up to Ghana. We're the first black country to get political independence, and everybody looks up to Ghana.
Yeah.
I remember as far back as 1969. Osajo had been overthrown in 1966. That was 3 years later. I was traveling with Professor Hans Singer. We were trying to resurrect the East African Economic Community. And we had gone to Arusha and we were driving back to Kenya. A Maasai warrior stopped us, Professor Hans Singer, who created UNIDO, wanted to take a picture with him. I took a picture. The Maasai guy came to me and said, I have to pay him money. He's a warrior. And I said, I don't pay you money. I'm also a warrior. And he spoke to me in Swahili. I said, I don't understand. He said, you are an African, you don't speak Swahili. Where are you from? And I said, oh, across the water. He assumed across the lake. He said, Oboto country. I said, no, far away from that. He said, oh, Nkrumah country. This is an illiterate Maasai. He knew Ghana. Recently, not too recent, about 3-4 years ago, we're having a seminar. An Ethiopian, Abebe Selassie, who works for the IMF. He's very high up in the IMF. He came to me and said, Mr. PNM, I want to talk to you. And then we started talking and said, look, you Ghanaians, you are making it very despondent for all of us Africans. I said, what do you mean? He said, we look up to you. You came to the fund, you went back, you resurrected our political upheavals with military overthrows. You came back, we're all very happy. You are trying to tell us that there's something wrong with the Africans. I said, what do you mean? He said, Ghana, you have the resources in terms of people. Kofi Annan was at that meeting. You have the people, you have the natural resources. You've avoided all the natural disasters. No Ebola, no pandemic, nothing. What's wrong with us Africans? And I say, look, Ethiopia is doing. I say, no, we haven't crossed the political, social barriers yet. And he predicted almost the fighting that is going on in Ethiopia. I say, Rwanda. He said, look, they haven't passed the governance structures yet. They will have to break all the things they built before they build governance. People look up to Ghana. So when I saw parliamentarians, if it's muscles we need, we might as well hand over the government to the military. We want our people to be honorable. The term honorable MP is aspirational, so that they become honorable.
Yes.
If they are not honorable, we should take away from them this title of honorable. And I'm expecting the leadership of Parliament to apologize to the whole country. They've disgraced Ghana. They've soiled the black star of Africa. It's not acceptable. Ghana is not like any other banana republic. It's a shame. And I'm expecting the political leaders to call their MPs and tell them to behave. And those of them, they should investigate those who were involved. They should rather be sacked so that the constituencies will send different people who are going to use their brains, not their muscles.
You're saying they should be sacked?
They should be sacked. Their parliament should investigate it and remove them from parliament. They are obviously not fit for parliament. They should join the boxing clubs in Usu or somewhere else.
But Mr. Piniman, if you could just tilt your camera down a little bit so we can see you properly. Just a little. Okay. But if you're saying that they should be sacked, in this case, Parliament cannot remove them. They were elected by the people, and so we'll have to wait to go back to the polls for them to be voted out. Maybe. And
there's
so
the
Privileges Committee. Exactly. But we saw something similar happen in January. We were told that, the Privileges Committee will handle the matter. Till date, we've not seen anything happen to the people who, misbehaved in Parliament in January. What's the guarantee anything would happen this time?
If they don't do it, we'll make sure that these parliamentarians will never be re-elected. This is the 8th Parliament of the Fourth Republic. What happened there? It's almost like putting a nail in the coffin of the Fourth Republic. If they want politics to go back onto the street, most of these people are young. They don't know what we went through to re-establish constitutional rule in 1992. People died. People went missing. B.B. Bismarck, a traditional ruler and a football administrator, up till now, we don't know what happened to him. He disappeared into thin air. We don't want to go back there. And those who don't believe in democracy, you know, people are in parliament to jaw. Otherwise, they are in the bush sharpening their machetes and cutlasses to fight. We don't want that.
But who do we blame in this case? I mean, the majority is laying the blame at the doorsteps of the Speaker
We blame all
of
the
Parliament.
parliamentarians.
Minority is also saying that it is the first Deputy Speaker who is at fault, because clearly when he assumes position as Speaker, he does not have the right to vote, yet he insists on voting, which is what caused the melee in Parliament. And so they are blaming him. And in fact,
Look,
a number of Ghanaians are as well.
Parliament has been there since 1992. The rules and procedures should be clear. If they are not clear, you go to court to adjudicate it, and the courts will establish what the rules are. Ghana has been praised for going to court when elections finish, and we don't murder ourselves like other people do. Why are these young people disgracing the Black Star of Africa? Why are they disgracing Ghana? You know, when I was young and abroad, all Africans claimed to be Ghanaian. Nigerians were claiming to be Ghanaian. Now, they are putting us in a position of shame. You know, they've dishonored Ghana. They should all, the leadership of Parliament should apologize to the people of Ghana. And their political leaders should sanction them. If they will not sanction themselves, when it comes to voting, we make sure that these people do not get back to Parliament. They don't belong there.
But if you say you'll make sure, I mean, there are also those other Ghanaians who are of the view that whatever ensued in Parliament was a step in the right direction because the minority was fighting on their behalf, because they've rejected the e-levy and yet majority wants to still pass it. So if this ensued, then that was the only way to really address the issue and say that we still do not want the e-levy.
These are people who were born and brought into politics during the era of Rawlings, when there was no rule of law, one with immediate effect. Can you imagine the Parliament of Busia, the Parliament of Victor Usu, the Parliament of John Ejekum Kufuor, the gentle giant, degenerating into this? It's disgraceful, and we should all say it's disgraceful. I saw a note from the NPP branch of the UK, congratulating our members for doing that. Is this BJ Darocha's party? I don't recognize it. These people should know that they are representing their constituencies, not themselves. How can this parliament go pass the appropriations bill, meaning go and spend, but they haven't passed the revenue to go with it? How can this parliament pass an appropriation bill that says we are increasing expenditure by 34 billion on top of last year's expenditures? And last year, we had extraordinary revenues coming from the special drawing rights of the IMF, borrowing from Bank of Ghana, dipping our hands into the reserves. So Parliament's job is to find out, do we need to spend so much? We're in the middle of COVID. It hasn't stopped. The president said, I know how to rejig the economy to come back to life. I don't know how to bring back dead people to life. This time, we should be talking to one another. Parliament should have more serious things to do. How to get Ghanaians jabbed so that we don't lose people in the next rush of the COVID. And they are there fighting over how to raise 6 billion, 7 billion. When we can cut expenditures, the 34 extra billion, we can cut expenditures 6 without affecting development at all.
But we've been told again that we need to raise this amount so that we do not go back to the IMF for a bailout. So that means that clearly we're at that point where we don't have a choice than to raise the e-levy, come what may. Otherwise, we're likely to go back to the IMF.
Why e-levy? You can, look, let's talk about the e-levy.
Yeah.
You know, when you take a look at the value of money that is going through Momo and all the other transactions, the electronic platform transaction, that is the value. You have to be able to find out what is the income being generated. It's income you tax, not value.
Yeah.
You know, we used to tax the cocoa farmer 70%, 80% of their turnover. Even now, we are taking about 30% of the cocoa farmers' total income. It was under Rawlings that we changed the system so about 40-50% should go to the farmer of the CIF value. Then Kuford jacked it up to about 60-70%. So we are used to taxing people on their turnover. The monies that are going through the e-levy is not necessarily people's income that we are going to tax. And also when we are taxing, we have to find out. Studies have been made since 2020 because everybody knew that it was a low-hanging fruit. People will be tackling it. And they were worried. Would it be a matter of killing the golden goose, the goose that lays the golden egg? You know, the Momo and the EAT transactions are a reflection of Ghana using, crossing the digital divide so that we leapfrog, okay?
Yeah.
So a lot of people who have been excluded from the financial services sector and can't go to a bank to open an account can have an e-wallet.
Yeah.
Which is created by the mobile telephones. So you and I, MTN takes our number, they go to EcoBank and open a wallet for us. The wallet belongs to you and it belongs to me. But because it was MTN, Vodafone that opened the wallet, they treat it as if it's theirs. So they pull in the money. I have sent you money. I'm happy I sent it electronically, and I didn't give it to my brother-in-law to take to the village, who says that his pocket was picked, so the money didn't arrive. You are receiving the money. You are happy it's in your wallet, and it's not under your bed for somebody to steal. There's no need for us to be paying interest on those wallets. Because
at all?
MTN,
At all?
No, at all. Because you don't need it, and I don't need it.
Okay.
So the telecoms are claiming they are sharing it with the banks and with us. They don't share it with us. And this has made, you know, as an unintended consequence, it's made MTN the biggest bank in Ghana. And MTN can go to any bank, do this for me. If you are not doing it, I'm taking my float away. The float doesn't belong to them. It belongs to you and it belongs to me. So so this is where the float is sitting. So if you want money, there are ways of finding out how do you make it. If you are not interested in technology, you know, the vice president, Alhaji, Dr. Bawumia, you know, has been boasting about digitalizing this economy. He once said, oh, your national ID card, we can give it to you instantaneously. Why? Because he thought the whole country was covered. It's not covered. There are areas you go, there's a hole. You don't get the internet. So you cannot print the card. Also, MTN is the biggest because every village that you go, they have a network. The others don't have a network. So when you start to touch this money, who is paying for it? If the consumer is paying, those people in the village who are getting the money, you think it is their income. It's not their income. I'm transferring money to my workers in my village. I'm transferring money to my sisters who need it. I'm transferring 78 cities to pay my vegetable woman for the vegetables she had produced and sent to me by motorbike. Is that the type of person you want to tax?
So you don't think it's fair? I mean, in this case, government has already taken some percentage from the telcos on the charges that they take from us when we transact business via mobile money. And now they're saying they're going to tax us as well. So you don't think that it's fair for them to do a double taxation?
Look, what I'm saying is that, first of all, Parliament's job is to ascertain, do we need this money? My answer is no.
Not even at 0.5%?
We don't need the money. We don't need the 6-7 billion that Minister of Finance want to collect. We don't need it.
But how are we going to raise money for,
Raise money for what?
road infrastructure. They've told us what they're going to use the e-levy for. Road infrastructure. We're talking about youth unemployment. They're saying that this amount is also going to address youth unemployment, address cyber security and the like, which is why they need to raise that money.
Okay, your cyber security depends upon the network. If you raise the money in such a way that it affects the profitability of the mobile company, the operators, they are not going to invest. And when they don't invest, it means you cannot get access to the internet in the rural areas. It means distance education is affected. People who are learning on the internet is affected. So you are cutting your nose to spite yourself, okay? So all these unintended consequences should have been taken into consideration. I'm saying, first of all, not just nobody built their infrastructure with tax money. Okay? That's why we borrow. And they've been borrowing up to our necks, raising Eurobonds. Eurobonds, fine. What donors will give to you, good interest rate, do it. It's not expenditure. You know, people are, I didn't hear any of our politicians talking about our build 200 tarred roads, 200 kilometers of tarred roads. They say we are the biggest expenditures on education since politics began. It's not the expenditure. What is the quality of the people who are living our schools? What is the quality of the roads that we are building? Building tarred roads, by now it should be obvious that the biggest road we should be building is the Volta Lake, making it the main connection between the south and the north. Once you've cut the trees and the lake is being used, you don't need to retire it every 2-3 years. Okay, and you build roads by certain tolls on the road so that outsiders can come and build the road and collect their money from the tolls. You remove the tolls and you say tax revenue has never been used anywhere in the world to build infrastructure. It's
supposed to widen the tax nets, which is what we're told. But have we been able to define the informal sector? Because they are the ones who need to be roped into the tax bracket so we can raise more revenue. We've not been able to define that, have we?
They talk about the informal sector. These are the people who are selling dog chains on the road. They are part of the informal sector. The farming communities, they are part of the informal sector. The cocoa farmers are paying 30% of their turnover. That is not tax. Does anybody, if you were to take the gold mines, why don't we tax the gold mines 30% of their turnover? It will give finance more than the 6-7 billion that they want. You know, so when you do it, what I'm saying, is it going to affect, whom is it going to affect? The, economists talk about a tax being progressive. Progressive is when the richest pay more. So you start with 10%, go to about 30% marginal rate. Or it's regressive. The poor people bear the burden.
Yeah.
I send money by mobile money. If I'm going to pay the levy, I don't want to pay it. What do? I set up a bank account for my villagers at the Ghana Commercial Bank in Ejusu. So they go there every month to collect their salary from there instead of my sending it by Momo. So I can hedge myself against that. But the poor people, they cannot. This is the only way of their being included into the economy.
Yeah.
When you have mobile money, GSM, they say, look, mobile penetration can lead to your GDP growing about 2-3%. If you take the Kayaye in Accra, instead of they going to sit in Accra all morning waiting for the truck to arrive, they are phoned. The truck with the yams is arriving at Makola at 7 a.m. So they are there at 7 a.m. They save themselves time, they can rest. So a lot of these poor people are making income. What I'm saying, the value that is being generated is not people's income. It's income that you tax.
Yeah.
So the unintended consequences are these.
Clearly meaning that this will be regressive.
Definitely, because the rich people know how to protect themselves against that.
Okay.
And then what happened? the studies that they did, 2020, on Cote d'Ivoire, Uganda, Malawi, Congo, Brazzaville, showed that once you start collecting it, different models, there's a drop in the use of mobile money, because the big ticket items that belong to people like you, like me, that ones drop off because we find alternative ways of doing it. We are also not sure. So the big ticket items drop off.
Yeah.
And we go to banking. Now, mobile transactions have outpaced payments by check. Okay? Which means that a lot of us would rather send check, and then you have to go through the difficulties. You go to the bank, they say, oh, liquidity management.
Yeah.
You cannot collect more than 5,000. Now, we all may move to cash. Bank of Ghana will have to use foreign exchange to print more currency. Instead of our encouraging mobile money, e-transactions, grow.
Okay.
Once they grow, a lot of the economies then become formal. You have to make it attractive for people to join the formal sector, not just to come and tax them. That's not the idea.
So when Momo agents say that they're going on a strike, because tomorrow they're saying they're embarking on a strike because government has
going on a strike?
The Momo agents, I mean those who transact business for, you know, the general public via mobile money, they're threatening a strike tomorrow because they're saying government is not listening to them. They do not want the e-levy, or at least want the percentage to be removed from 1.75% to a lower percentage. But government is not listening to them, and so they're embarking on a strike tomorrow. I mean, the Telcos Chamber has also released a statement. They're saying that they want to take about 25% off the charges that they're already taking from the general public. They want to engage government a lot more. Minority says that majority does not want to engage, you know, these stakeholders. And so what happens at this point?
Look, there should be listening. There are about, my last note, about 50,000 of these mobile agents, okay? So if you take them, it means MTN has more branches than all the banks put together. All the banks together have less than 1,500 branches. These mobile agents are about 50,000 all over the country. If you were to try to send money for people to collect by ATM, the ATMs don't work because the electricity is poor. It's not always working. You can't collect your money from that. And only district, at district level, we have some ATMs. So the mobile money, the mobile agents, they are doing a fantastic job. Let's leave them alone. Look, the only thing in the digitalization process that has succeeded phenomenally. Look, it took Dr. Paul Akwa a lot of work to start this idea of digital when he set out gifts, for gifts to be the main motorway for doing that. Then he transact another electronic payment platform. Then the fintechs are joining. The fintechs are mainly manned by women, young women, with engineer background who are coming. Why do we want to kill something like that? And you see, what happened in Parliament yesterday also means when there's fighting and scuffling, women don't want to be there. And we want women to be there. If women had been there, and you said you were going to take this mobile money, mobile levy, they would have said, oh, some transfers come for us. You take on the motorway where we remove the tolls. You go to Abna Osei Asare, Honorable Abna Osei Asare constituency. She had bought umbrellas for the women who are selling goods on the road to protect them. Where are Christmas is coming? Where are these women going to be selling their things? And if they don't have a place to sell it, and then I'm going to send money for their upkeep, and she will say, "What booming, Abraham, you beating me when I'm crying? You are stopping me from crying." You know, parliamentarians have to listen.
But the communications minister is a woman, and she has even added her voice to the call for the e-levy. She says that at least as long as we're not going to charge transactions below 100 Ghana cedis, it's not exactly that bad, because if you're able to transact more than 100 Ghana cedis a day, you are not poor.
Well, if you are able to transact more than 100
Ghana cedis a day, because the e-levy is only going to affect those who transact more than 100 Ghana cedis in a day. And she says that if you are able to transact that amount or more in a day, then you are not described as poor. And so you should pay e-levy. This is a woman. I mean, if you're talking about women and the fact that if we had a lot more women in parliament, we probably would not have encountered that brawl that we experienced. But we have a communications minister who is a woman, and she says that we should go ahead and charge e-levy.
Some prime ministers, the prime ministers that have gone to war, have invariably, largely, or say all of them, have been women. Why? They want to demonstrate that they have more testosterone than men. I'm talking about having more women in decision-making in parliament. And if there is fighting, women don't want to be there. So it becomes a disincentive for women to go there. Look, if you sit down and say that somebody who is sending 100, so if your turnover is 100 cedis, you are not poor. What is the profit on the 100 cedis? 5 cedis, 10 cedis a day. So if you are earning 5 cedis a day, multiply by 30, what is that?
Okay.
150 cedis a month. Divide by 6. What is that? $20 a month. You are not poor. Is that what she's saying? When they get to parliament, do they know what poverty is? We pay them well. When there are expenditures, parliamentarians benefit from expenditures.
Okay.
So is that why they approve their appropriations? Because they are going to benefit from expenditures.
Okay. So now, government has gotten the green light to spend about 145 billion Ghana cedis in 2022, at least from the appropriations bill. And we, of course, we're all aware that the 2022 budget and government expenditure is hinged largely on the e-levy. But let's look at revenues that we generated in 2020. That's about 55 billion Ghana cedis. Yet we're supposed to expend about 145 billion Ghana cedis in 2022. Where are we going to get the money from? Which is why they've been pushing for at least the e-levy. So if we say we don't want the e-levy, then what's next?
What I'm saying is that, look, we are trying to develop this economy. In the COVID era, we try to protect, just consolidate what you have. And let's wait until we are out of the COVID situation before we accelerate development. You see, when Parliament pass a lot of things, normally, before you do a tax, there's a cost-benefit analysis. This is going to bring me this money. What are the negative side effects? What are the unintended consequences? If this levy means that they're poor, and if you do a transaction of 100 cedis, to me, you are very poor. I don't know where Ursula gets the numbers from. 100 is your turnover. It's not your profit. It's not your income. My vegetable lady, whom I sent 78 cedis to by Momo, you cannot tell her to be rich because she's doing 78, poor because she's doing 78.
Yeah.
You have to you do the cost-benefit analysis, then you decide whether you want to take money from there. And then expenditures, you take a look at it very carefully. Technical and vocational education services. Apparently, we are now going to make it a service, like the Ghana Education Service. When you make it a service, it means it becomes independent. You appoint a director general, deputy director generals, you build district. The vocational educational centers are not in all districts. You have to build district centers for them. It's capital expenditure and operational expenditure. We set up new regions It meant appointing regional ministers, deputy regional ministers, buying them cars, building regional offices, and all that. If it adds to social cohesion, national cohesion, then the cost is worthwhile. But you are creating additional expenditures before you say, where am I going to get the money? COVID should have taught us, cut your coat according to your cloth. There's no Father Christmas. This government is borrowing as if there is no end. Somebody has to pay for it. If you take a bond, 40-year bond, I'm not going to pay for it. My grandchildren are going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Is that equity?
So in that case, then how do you describe next year and the economy? I mean, what do you see happening?
First of all, you managed to divide the country in a way it has never been so divided. Physicals in parliament. Who are going to listen to you? So every parliamentarian, every foot soldier of the party wants to show how strong a supporter he is for the party by being macho. We don't need that.
Okay.
We want joy. And we have to go back to basics.
Okay.
This expenditure, what is it on it for? Do we get value for money? Most of the public investment expenditures, if you sit down and look at it, you can cut 25% of it.
Okay.
That is money that is stolen. Money. Look at around Accra. Uncompleted buildings that are going on. Cars that are coming, that people are driving. Where is the money coming from? So you can cut. There's so much fat on all this you can cut.
Okay.
You don't go and cut technology, promotion that is making the poor inclusive.
Okay.
And not.
What do you say to Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, the finance minister's management of the economy so far? It's been 5 years going into 6 years. Do you think he's done a good job?
No.
He hasn't done a good job.
He hasn't done a good job. No.
Why do you
borrowed, he's overborrowed. We are not getting value for money. And he needs to realize he is not just a budget and expenditure minister. He's minister for finance. Finance means growing the economy. I mean, one of the first things that this government said was that they wanted to move away from the Gaggisberg economy. Correct? Gaggisberg developed, expanded the cocoa industry, so there was a stream of income. He built the ports, he built the schools, the universities, social infrastructure. By the time Gaggisberg left, we had reserves. We're not in debt. So the economy that Ken Ofori-Atta is trying to build is an economy that thrives on expenditure on debt, which we are not going to pay for. Our children's children are going to pay for it. 8% on Eurobonds. That's what we are faced with.
But they've been quoting figures. I mean, they've been quoting figures, and we're even told that, you know, we got to a single-digit inflation, lending rates were down, and even, you know, we were actually growing until COVID set in, and so they were doing a good job. We hit our financial targets even in 2020 and all that. So we were doing a good job until COVID set in. So in most cases, you're blaming everything, the downturn, on COVID, which is why we're where we are at the moment. Even that, we're told that the economy will grow, you know, tremendously in the next year. And so if you say he should focus on that, what do you say to that?
Look, growing. You say the economy grow, we are the fastest growing.
Yeah.
The narrative is wrong. When you say the economy is growing, everything is honky-dory. And then you are asking workers to tighten their belt. Of course, they are not going to tighten their belt. Everything is not honky-dory. We are in a stressful situation. COVID is real. COVID has come. And then you say, COVID has given you a lot of resources to fund your expenditures. And say, in spite of that, I'm going to add additional expenditures when you don't know where the money is coming from. That's the point I'm making.
Okay.
That, Ken Ofori-Atta has borrowed more than any other minister for finance. Let's take the District Assembly Common Fund. They are in arrears. Are they paying them? If you don't pay the district, this is the poorest part of the economy. If you are not giving them their monies, where are they? What monies do you expect them to use?
So how do we strengthen our economy then?
We strengthen it by getting value for money.
Okay.
Attracting investors to come. If investors want to come to Ghana and they turn up BBC like yesterday, Ghana, that's where the parliamentarians are fighting. Is he going to come and put his money here? You need your own resources. Okay, China built their own infrastructure on their own resources because China was saving 50% of disposable income. But first of all, you need your economy to go beyond $2,000 per capita before people's disposable incomes become enough to finance their existential requirements and then put money aside. Then the savings, they also have to be stable.
Okay.
If you put 300 cedis down 5 years ago, that was $300. Now, it's what? 300 divided by 60 is $50. You cannot put, no young person in Ghana can put aside money to invest in real estate because the city is always going up and down like a yo-yo. You cut your cloth, your coat according to your cloth. That's how good. So if you are not able to finance yourself through your own resources, you depend on other people's monies. So you attract investors to come and invest in your economy. And to do that, you need good governance. Your policies have to be predictable and credible so that I know that when I bring in and invest, tomorrow you are not going to say, I'm going to tax you. Mr.
Pianim, so if that's the case, have you also spoken to or reached out to the president, to the vice president? You're a senior member of the party, the NPP party. And so if that's the case, have you reached out to them to proffer those solutions, the finance minister, vice president, the president himself?
I've reached out. The finance minister doesn't take my phone calls. The deputy took. I reached out.
When was the last time you reached out to them, sir, if I may ask?
I said 3 weeks ago. I reached out. The president takes my phone calls. He talks to me.
Okay.
He's very busy. Finance minister doesn't take my phone calls. Even when I reach out to his personal assistant to book an appointment, he doesn't give me an appointment. They know what they are doing. Look, what
about the vice president?
What we are trying to do, we've done it before. These transactions that they are going, for example, when we are transferring money electronically from your bank account from America to Ghana, is it going to attract the 1.7 levy? If we wanted it to be positive, to be progressive, why didn't we put a tax on check transactions? So whenever I write a check, there's a levy on that. At least that you are talking to those who can protect themselves, not the poor.
Okay. You're saying the president picks your call, so you have had a conversation with him about this. Have you seen any of your advice being implemented anywhere at all?
What I talked to the president about, I will not talk to you about it.
Okay. I see. But there's been a 40-member FX committee on how to strengthen the city, by the way. Do you think it was necessary? A 40-member FX committee to strengthen the city. Do you think that, it's done any good? Was it necessary?
Look, it was done. I told them this is a slippery slope. The Minister for Finance has no business talking about exchange rate. That is the prerogative of the governor of the central bank. The governor of the central bank is the only individual in the state sector who is chairman of his own board for practical purposes. So the exchange rate and monetary policy does not become a political football. we made a political football by saying the exchange rate, we arrested the exchange rate. It was never like that. Bank of Ghana takes a look and then at the exchange rate where it is going and sees how to be able to protect it. The way to protect your exchange rate is to make sure that that you improve your foreign exchange earnings, all your foreign exchange earnings come to Ghana. Why is it that Ghanaians and investors in Ghana, people who are coming to Ghana, are being exposed? Their credit card details are being exposed, but they are being asked to pay for the test, the COVID test at the airport, to a third-rate bank in Nigeria. When we know that internet-related crime is highest in Nigeria, why can't they pay this money into a bank, EcoBank, CBG, Ghana Commercial Bank? Is the Minister for Finance not aware that these payments are being made to a bank in Nigeria? Is the governor not aware? What have they done about that?
I mean, the issue of the testing, maybe another time we'll talk about it. But finally, I just want to find out from you, sir. Recently, the president was awarded by Forbes Africa as the Man of the Year. And they're saying that the president repositioned the country in the global market space as one reliant on its own resources and strengths. And he's redefining economic development, and it's resonating across Africa. There was a lot of mixed reaction with regards to this particular award that was given to the president. Do you think he deserved it?
Our president has been fantastic in coming up with broad philosophical frameworks for us to work in. When the president says Ghana beyond aid, it means we are relying on our own resources, meaning we are using Ghanaians, okay? Wherever we need. Because look, we are not like the days of President Nkrumah. There is no scientific endeavor, robot space, high medicine, big data, that you don't find Ghanaians excelling. The two black people who are the American Hall of Fame of Engineers are Ghanaians, okay? So we have the people. And the president said Ghana beyond aid. The ministers should implement that. Look inside for our resources. Not borrowing, hoping that there will be a Father Christmas and our debt will be forgiven some way. Or we'll go and restructure. That is not in line with the president's philosophy of Ghana beyond aid. Let's take it. One district, one factory. To me, that was the president saying, let's develop our districts in such a way that it will be fit to welcome industries. It is not rocket science that there are no industries in our districts. The electricity is faulty, so the president is saying, by the time we leave office, let us make sure there's good quality electricity there, there are good roads there, and also, when my cousin comes from London with his family to work in a factory in my district, there's a school, good school the children can go to. When they fall sick, there's a good clinic or hospital for them to go to. That's what one district, one factory means to me. So when you take that, of course the president is on the right path. He's setting all of us, this is what we need to do. It means value addition, cocoa processing. How many factories have we put together since Ghana beyond aid to process our beans into more products for us to make finished products there here? So these are big vision items, and I think the president deserves it.
Okay, absolutely.
The president doesn't deserve. What the president doesn't deserve are his ministers and his parliamentarians, who are a disgrace to this country by the way they behave in parliament.
Okay. Have we been exposed? We heard the vice president say that when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose us. Have we been exposed?
You have to ask the vice president that.
I'm asking you, sir. I'm asking you.
That what? Have we been exposed? What?
You are a world-renowned economist. What I want to find out is if we've heard the Vice President say in the past that when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate would expose us. Where we are now with the exchange rate, have we been exposed?
Of course, Dr. Bawumia has been exposed by his own exposure.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, for speaking to us this morning. Mr. Kwame Pianim is a renowned world economist, by the way, and he's also an investment consultant. And we've been speaking to him on TV3 New Day this morning. And enjoy the season, sir, and I wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.
Of luck. King Promise is in the studios with us, and we're going to speak to him. He has a concert coming up, and there's a lot to catch up on. And so we're not done yet on TV3 New Day. King Promise will definitely take us home with details of what he's coming up with next. So keep watching. We'll be right back. Well, love absolutely is here. King Promise is in the studios, and we're talking to him, myself, Cookie, and Johnny. And he has Promised Land coming up, and that's not all. There's a lot to talk about, from the Mobile Awards to his performance at the WizKids tour, the O2 Arena, and a number of other things as well. It's been a good year, I must say, for King Promise. And, well, we're going to ask him all those questions and see what he has to say about it. Charlie, what's up?
I'm good. Guineana.
Everything okay? You haven't slept, have you?
You can tell, right?
It's been a long night for you.
I literally had to leave home very early because I didn't want to miss this interview, and the traffic was...
Came from home, eh?
Oh, yeah. I actually didn't hit the club. I've been rehearsing for Promised Land.
Oh, I see.
Promised Land.
Yeah.
Charlie, you're doing very well.
I know.
Very well. Charlie, we're proud of you.
I appreciate it.
We're doing a concert about you 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
The only Ghanaian to have been on WizKid's show. It was something
and the
else.
response was incredible.
How did that feel for you?
I mean,
excuse my voice, by the way. Okay. I'm struggling. It's okay.
We don't know where to
No, wait.
We can't explain.
But you don't stop. Come on, people. That's why I've avoided the camera. Come on.
Whatever, I think what else do you guys do?
You went to all night to go and kill all the, principalities and powers.
Pay no mind to these people.
No, I felt good. The plan has always been to, do this on a global scale, and the fact that I get to represent my people on that, sort of stage is always a blessing, and hopefully not just me, but a lot more Ghanaians who follow through and do like stuff like that. It's only the beginning, and yeah, man, it just shows that Ghanaian music is actually great, and people out there just want it. We have to take it to them. We have to take it to the world, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let me stall my voice. So let me just ask you one last question, and then I'll hand over. So after WizKid's 3-day closure of the O2 Arena, let me say closure. I mean, he shut it down.
Big shutdown.
Yeah, big shutdown. Most people are saying that none of you Ghanaian artists would ever be able to do it single-handedly unless we probably put 5 or 10 or 15 of you together.
I mean,
is that true?
The funny thing is, I'm very optimistic. Like, I'm a pessimist. Like, when I think, when I plan, when I, forecast, I always believe that anything is possible. I mean, why not? Wiz did it. Why can't we do it, though?
You think it's possible in the next year, in the next 2 years?
No, I mean, it takes a lot of hard work. Don't get me wrong. It's not a joke thing. Like, it's a big feat to achieve, but Wiz has been doing this for almost 15 years of his life, and it took him this long to get there. Do you know what I mean? So nobody knows tomorrow.
Right.
And there's so much great music coming up from Ghana right now. We're opening so many doors. People are getting signed to bigger labels. It takes a whole lot, It's bigger than just here. So we all just need to come together and stop being pessimistic.
Right.
Yeah, man.
You are loved and cherished. I mean, people love your music style and your stagecraft and all of that. Promised Land is coming out.
Yep.
What's in the juice?
I want to call it an experience. Okay. I call it the homecoming one, because basically over here, I'm back home, I'm seen as the guy who's gonna take like our music to to the world.
That's right.
And then when I travel overseas, they see me as the one who's gonna represent, who's bringing our music from home to them as well. Right. So it's like I'm trying to be the guy bringing the gap between our people back home,
officer of a sort.
and the people in the diaspora. So the homecoming edition is basically just that. COVID hit, I couldn't do Promised Land 2020. So 2021, we're going crazy. Everything I've been working on is amazing. I can't lie, and it's not just me for this show. Like you never really put out who's on my show. Like when you come, you see, and guess what? I know everybody. So when you come to the Promised Land, it's a total experience. Trust me. My team and I, we're putting together something that is of world standards. Do you know what I mean? Like we've traveled, we've toured, we've seen things from light, sound, performance to the stagecraft to even where the fans are going to be, how it's a whole experience, and it's not just a concert, it's more of a festival. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm just there to have the time of my life, chop life, enjoy myself. I'm all for having fun, having a good time. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to bring.
When are we having this party?
It's on Friday. 24th of December.
In 2 days.
Yeah, man, in 2 days. We're having the Promised Land. It's at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Starts at 7.
7 p.m.
Maybe Ghana one time.
Are you sure?
Dress up, look sharp.
Yeah, just look fly. You know me, I like to look fly. So all my people come look fly. All the girls in Ghana just come out. All the men, them come out. You can bring your mom. You can bring whoever you want to bring. Like I said, it's going to be something that's friendly to everybody. It's going to be great music, not just for myself, but for my celebrity friends. Not from just Ghana, from
Bella, you remember
international.
You remember when we're talking about his fashion style? I mean, when you mentioned looking fly, remember when we're talking about the green boots? Was that the O2 Arena photo?
No, it was the Mobile Awards.
That was the Mobile.
That's what he was on Mobile Awards with your biker jackets and all that. People were making fun of your.
And I've always wanted to do something. I'm a gamer.
What brands are these, by the way, if I may ask?
You know what? Because we haven't settled on anything yet. I don't.
Don't worry, just my curious self wanting to know. Just in case.
I do know a bunch of brands though.
Big brands,
of course.
Yeah.
I don't mind if it's a small brand as long as you have a good plan. Like I believe. Like someone had to believe in me when I was nobody to be here. So even if it's a small brand and you have a good plan that we can work on together, I'm cool. If you're a big brand,
you can work. You should have worn it today. Today you didn't wear it.
These are too simple. These are Louis Vuittons, right?
Yeah. These are like one of my favorite shoes ever. So.
Very comfortable.
I got them for Christmas last year.
But this one is not big. That's the point. Because it doesn't represent you.
The thing is, it's not necessarily about the shoe.
It doesn't have to be big all the time.
It has to. Because we know you.
I know you. I'm gonna let you stop.
It has to be wide and long altogether.
You understand? Because we have come to love you for when we see
big shoes.
I got them.
We look out for your shoes. Honestly,
have a look.
How many sneakers
just
do you
come
have?
to the Promised Land. You see, I have a surprise.
How many? You see, your team was like, you have like a whole room full of.
My room is full. Yeah, no, my room is full of shoes. I like shoes. I like clothes. Just like I love music. I'm a man.
I love that.
But why did your team say, when I asked the question, they say,
Don't worry.
I love the answer. But that's a very honest answer, though. You're a man, right?
Yeah.
So how many girls at a time can you handle?
Conversation for another day.
But if a girl wants to get to you, I mean, she finds you attractive and all of that, how can she get to her?
I have a girlfriend.
Say what?
No, you have a girlfriend.
Did you hear that? Say what?
Okay.
You have who?
I have a girlfriend.
Oh wow! Since when?
How long?
Since when? Since when?
It's been a minute.
Are you serious?
I'm very private. Maybe you might ask me tomorrow and I'll say I don't have a girlfriend. So.
Yeah. But as
come on.
As it stands now, where you are sitting now, you have a girlfriend. It could change in the next few minutes.
I could change it tomorrow.
Who could change that? You or the girl?
It depends on how I'm feeling. What
Is
I
this
want to
someone
say.
we know or we don't know?
I don't think you know.
I don't think so.
Maybe you know, maybe you don't.
Maybe we don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah. What do you want to be remembered for? What legacy do you want to leave?
My music. I believe the reason why I'm here, sitting here today, is because of what I do, which is my music. And for that, I'd love to be remembered as the guy who always churned out great music. All hits, no miss. And just took my people from, back home to the rest of the world. We see people do it. We see Wiz, we see David Burner. Mr. Easy's, people like that. It's a lot of motivation. R2B's, Ken Sark, and it can only get bigger. I feel like Afrobeats, African music is gonna be the biggest genre in the world very soon, and it'll take people like us to take it to the world. Like we are gonna enjoy it real.
Right. But are you happy with the Ghana music industry? I remember that tweet that you put out. That's
I mean,
there'll be a day when you really talk.
About your
we'll talk. In the industry.
We'll talk. There are a lot of
what was happening.
No, not things that were happening at the time, but being happening. Like I feel like there's so many loopholes in the industry where we as people just have to come together and fix.
What
you
are
know,
those
it's not-
loopholes?
It's a bunch of that. I feel like that's like a whole long
At least tell us
conversation.
one. I mean, we got artists who complain about royalties, about being unappreciated.
There's no system, honestly. For you to have a proper collection for like royalties and stuff like that, there has to be a system.
So
A proper
yesterday,
system.
was it yesterday? Yes.
Yeah,
So
Guru was here
yesterday,
as well.
Musica was here, and they are collaborating with a Nigerian company called Go Create Africa. So they are now collecting a database of all of you so that they can track all these royalties and stuff like that. I don't think you've heard about it.
No, I haven't.
There was a
I had no
conference yesterday. You think it's a
So they're
step
trying
in
to basically make it work.
Exactly. What do you say to that?
There's been so many
attempts.
Yeah, so hopefully this one does. You know, like I said, I'm very optimistic. So hopefully it's
Do
fruitful.
you trust that they would be able to do it?
I really can't vouch for anybody
Why do you say that?
because I don't even know the plans. I don't know what exactly it entails, so I can't vouch.
Are you not interested? I mean, you should
Oh,
want to find
definitely.
out
Yeah,
what
no,
exactly.
definitely. Most definitely. You've told me now, and obviously, who doesn't like money? You know, we work hard.
Do you have faith in Gamro?
I don't really know much about them.
You don't know much about them.
I make a lot of my money, royalties, all that from streams that come from countries that have systems.
Are you saying they're useless?
I never said that, you know.
But
I'm saying I don't know
from
much about
countries that have
I haven't made no money
systems
from
like-
I haven't made no money from
Do we have a system?
No, we don't.
When you say you've not made any money, like nothing at all, you've never been paid royalties ever? Since you started your career?
In Ghana?
Yes.
Hakobodogo. Nobody has
You haven't
given you
chased
anything.
it
That can promise this is your.
No, no, I care 70
Momo.
Ghana.
Momo. You've never even received like Momo. You for the year 2020, this is how much you received
And
for.
it's not even about that. The most important thing is actually making sure that there's a system in place so that not even just me, you know, because we just came. There will be people who will come as well. We need to start now. It's a step in the right direction. You saying they're actually having conversations, trying to put things in place. You know, I applaud them for that. Hopefully, you know, it's fruitful, it's successful. At the end of the day, it's Ghana music to the world. It's Ghana music getting better, and all of us coming together.
Are you grooming? So sorry.
Carry on.
Are you grooming people?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Why not? Why are you keeping all the
Mm,
talent to yourself?
I got a lot of things I have to do. The thing is, at this point in time, like I'm also trying to like take my career to a next level. Like if I ever want to work with someone that I really have to have a lot of time for, because I love making music, and if I'm working with you, I can't let you just be. I need to have time for you.
Right.
I want to make sure I'm in that space. I'm not there yet. Yeah, I have a lot of work. I'm
But
working
people
on
reach
myself.
out to you. Say,
Yeah, like even from time to time, I still like you know. Yeah, people be like, sign me. I'm like, I'm signed too, bro. Like, I'm trying to get myself together. You know, when the time is right. Yeah, when the time is right, I definitely
What
will
would
do
make
it.
the time right? What are you looking out for?
I have a couple personal goals I need
After
to
you win
attain
a
first.
Grammy?
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe after you win a Grammy?
I mean, hopefully by then it should be, you know.
So Grammy
good
is on
enough.
the list.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Why not?
Is it? Do you feel like for a lot of artists, they feel like, let me win a Grammy because that's the ultimate, and that means that I have finally arrived?
I mean, one
Do you
empire
see that
depart.
as-
Basically, it's the highest up the hierarchy, and I don't think anyone would say they wouldn't want it. I wouldn't even say I don't want a Ghana Music Award. Do you know what I mean? But like I always say, I don't do this for the awards. I do the music because I love it. I do it for the fans. Like when I go out and I perform like at the Promised Land, which is gonna happen this Friday, the kind of vim, the kind of happiness I get when I see everyone happy, no award can give that.
But Ghana
You know what I
Music
mean?
Awards, I like that you brought that up because, I mean, recently you're nominated for a Mobile Award. You went, it didn't come to you necessarily, but
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
went to waste,
you didn't see anybody trolling you for it.
No.
But when it comes to Ghana Music Awards, for some reason, you see a lot of people castigating and making fun of the fact that you didn't win. I mean, there's also that chunk of people who think that King Promise is too good to not have won a Ghana Music Award.
I actually have.
No, I don't mean in the past. I'm talking about recently and the fact that a lot of people feel like if he's nominated, he
know.
should even get a lot more nominations. He's not getting it, and
Yeah.
then gets nominated and he doesn't win as well.
I don't
That's
know.
like
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know
enough
if it's one of the things that I was talking about that there's an issue. Because it's not just me. There's been a lot of people. Like, for example, before, like even Medical one, there was he had a great year, and then he had. I feel like these things always happen with award shows. So I don't even want to delve into it too much. Maybe someone doesn't like me. Maybe they like
Is
me.
that
I really don't
what
know.
you think it could be?
I honestly don't know because it's not me, it's the fans saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like there was a whole award show, and then when it ended, everyone was talking about me, not even the events.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Do you know what I mean?
To you, what does it mean? I mean, because I'm sure that
it means I'm doing something right.
High.
It means I'm doing something right.
But do you get disappointed if you don't win as well?
I mean, obviously, I'm human, so I feel a certain way. But like I said, the fact that I don't do the music for that, because guess what? When I had 7 nominations, and then I didn't get one.
Yeah.
That's when I had my biggest year after. I had CCTV, I had all of that, and I kept going. Like, if I was that artist that was gonna let it derail me, it would have.
There's some artists who would say that I don't want to be a part of any award scheme anymore because I feel
I really don't mind.
Yeah, they don't really regard my talent.
I really don't mind, honestly. Like I said, maybe someone doesn't like me somewhere, so that's cool. But if even after that, when I was called, I still went ahead, I performed. You know, like we do it for the people, it's for Ghana at the end of the day.
So no bad blood at all? I mean, you don't feel any...
I actually have no like direct communication with anybody there, so I don't influence nothing that I honestly don't know what's happening with it.
I see Believe.
Yeah.
Can you take that for me? Like that? So we can see. Believe.
Yeah.
What Believe is that?
If you know where I come from and where I am today, you have to know
where
that.
are you coming from?
Let's see it.
But don't make it look like Nugua is so bad.
No, like...
I want us to zoom in so we can see. That's on TV.
Yeah. Believe. Like, at the end of the day, I believe like...
How painful was this?
It was
I like how your team make sounds here and there. I mean, like, if I just be will be a problem for some of us.
Yeah.
How much will write all of these letters with the art?
But what's that? A lion?
Yeah, that's
a lion's face. Yeah. Oh, with Believe.
Yeah.
Wow, that must
so I'm a Leo.
Okay.
I feel like I have the spirit of the lion. Like I'm a wild. Like when I want something, I do for it.
Who said oh? You have a fan here.
I've been
When I want something, I go for it. You know they call me 5-star.
5-star, yeah.
And then I have this.
What's that?
It's like
the
a wag.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like.
Okay, they had that one.
I just thought it was nice. So
wow.
Like tattoos,
and then Believe is like I said, it's basically my motto in life. I believe if you put your mind to anything, you can achieve.
Is that the only place you have the tattoos, by the way? I'm just checking.
Yeah, just here. I'm planning on getting more.
Chest that way you can show us, you know.
Not yet.
On the 6-pack.
I don't have a 6-pack.
Like around your waist area.
I don't yet.
Challenge on Friday.
Yeah, if I do get a 6-pack, I'll probably put something there.
Friday is the party. Friday is the party.
Yeah.
What time?
Starts at 7 p.m.
Where?
Promised Land, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel.
La Palm Royal Beach Hotel.
It's gonna be crazy.
Where do we get the tickets from?
Tickets available right now at YFM, Accra Mall, Cupcake Boutique, Bloom Bar, and what's the last one?
On your
Airport
page.
Shell.
Okay.
I got
Airport Shell. Okay.
All
Thank
the
you.
best, man.
Can promise. Promise Land.
Thank you so
Believe.
much.
We'll be there.
Now you're go there again. And go and lose your voice again.
No, I need no.
Yesterday she went to chill with Stonebwoy.
No, she went all night. All night. She went to pray.
It's not even about.
When she came this morning,
it's not even about anything. It's about having a good time. And when you guys have a good time. Yeah.
Melodies and harmonies.
I have like a special spot for you guys.
Yes, I
have. We'll be there.
In flesh and blood. In flesh and blood. Happy birthday to Stephen Nyasunu. Blaubi Stephen Nyasunu, aka Akpakus. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday. And also to Albert Ni Akpo Ante. It's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Also to a belated one to Senior Lady Dankwa Smith. Nanama Dankwa Smith was your birthday yesterday. And also to Auntie Sarah into Mensa, 70 years old. Of
group of companies, Mr. Emmanuel Rajamani from St. Michael of DPSI and your family. God bless you so much.
I like
and
your
that's how we
iPhone,
wrap
it's nice.
up. Thank you so much. Yeah. Anyway, that's how we wrap up today's edition of New Day with Kim Promise, of course, wrapping it up nicely for us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we have to go. Please, let's dance.
And
Teach us a dance. Thank you very much.